showed up French. And I was like, interesting.
Le temps?
Oh, you just totally, yeah, okay.
Next leveled it.
You next leveled it. My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook. Sometimes I go picking with my boyfriend, sometimes it's my best friend Sue, and sometimes it's my kids. But at the end of the day, it's all about having fun and hopefully just maybe making a profit. Okay, well it is daytime and we are filming a haul video. I love our daytime haul videos.
It's crazy. I'm actually awake.
We're awake, yay!
But I'm still drinking coffee.
I know, me too.
Did you get a new mug?
I did get a new mug. Crazy cat lady.
I like that.
Me too. Okay, so we're gonna go over some of the stuff that we got at the flea market, the stuff that I got when I got there late. So we're gonna go over this stuff. If we have time, we may start on Andrew's mystery unboxing and then carry that into tomorrow because he's got 4 boxes and I feel like that's gonna be more than one video. So let's go through everything that I got while I was there. I have one piece that is, I didn't realize at the time, but it is
stunning,
amazing,
epic.
Yeah, I've already gotten an offer for it. So that makes me feel really good because I have, this was before I even posted the video or anything, and I got an offer for this piece. So we'll get to that. But let's go over this stuff real quick. I got to the flea market late. It was my birthday. But I went straight to Eric's vendor. It's not a booth. What do we call it?
Space.
We went straight to Eric's space.
Plot.
where Drew.
Like a burial ground.
It was plot. Where Drew
hey,
said,
when we have the crematorium, we could rent out plots to the vendors.
No, that's not a thing.
Yes.
So, I forgot. Oh yeah, so Andrew's already telling me bring the checkbook. So he's got like 4 boxes piled up, but I decided to go through Eric's stuff and see if I could pick out anything that Andrew had missed.
You only got one thing.
I only got one thing, and that was these.
I cleaned them out really good this week.
You did really good. I mean, that's only from what you showed me. And that's what I can see in the boxes. I'm really excited to see the boxes I can't see. But these are early American pressed glass. Some of them have manganese in the glass because they have started to turn purple.
Yes, and that is because of the sun, the UV. This one actually started to change.
I think that's the only one that's really
it's the only one I saw. So this one was in the sun, so the manganese reacts with the UV rays and it turns it purplish.
Yes, and this is where sun purple comes from. A lot of the times you'll find this clear glass that looks purple.
Or
sun purple.
You'll find bottles on eBay and people are like, oh, look at this beautiful amethyst purple bottle. But it's been irradiated by a person through a process to have it turn that purple.
Interesting.
So you have to be cautious of the purple glass that you're buying may not actually be purple glass. It may be clear glass with manganese in it that's been irradiated.
You have such useful information.
The more you know. This is where you insert the little rainbow.
The more you know. Okay, so I picked up 11 of these. They do have some condition issues. There are flea bites along the edge. There's some chipping. They're old.
For the age of them.
Age is to be expected.
And I would assume that these may have actually been used at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
So that would be expected as well for something like that.
Yeah. They could also be used as nut dishes or something else entirely. So they're very, very neat. I got 11 of them. I figured with a quantity of that many, they could be used at an event on the table. But they have a nice hand-painted design. So for these, because they do have flea bites and they do have some chips, I would expect to get $15 to $20 for them. Maybe more, I don't know. But I thought those were really neat. And I especially like the purple ones, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I would just be tempted to put them all in the window for like 3 years and let them turn purple.
You could do that. You could do that. And they would actually probably be really pretty that way with the flowers on them. I could actually picture that. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
So that was pretty much all that I could pick off of Eric after Andrew had been through there.
I'm getting better at this.
I'm really excited for those boxes back there with the Roseville in them. Okay, so after that we went over to Bill's stuff. What did I get in Bill's stuff? I got some textiles. Well, I got one textile, actually. I got this, which is a bedspread. It has flowers on it, but what I like about the flowers is they're actually colored. So this is like a pink one. I think that's actually it. Maybe it's just the pink. Oh, they have a purple flower, but the cloth itself is white, and then they have the colored flowers, but it's really nice. Unfortunately, it does have a lot of condition issues. So my thought in grabbing this was that somebody could use it. Is it gonna focus? No, it wants your face. And I'm afraid to knock stuff off the table, so I'm not gonna do it. Wait, maybe I will. Oh, I'm gonna try, we're gonna try this. I can't see the camera. I'm assuming it's focusing on the,
go down,
wait,
go down.
Yeah,
there you
okay,
go, there you go.
So you guys can see that.
That's good stuff.
Maybe, yeah. No, it's really pretty, but it does have tears. It does have discoloration. There are issues, and so my thoughts were somebody could use that and maybe repurpose it, make it into pillows, or yeah, stitch it. I don't know, but I had to save it, so
yeah.
All right. Also at Bill's booth, I got this, which looks like a pot, but it's actually a raku firing, and I bought a raku piece before, and it was like a crackly glaze, but this I guess is another form of raku, and now I don't know.
Opalescent.
It is.
If you hold it to the light,
the way it's fired, and I guess it's real unpredictable of how it's going to turn out. I don't know much about ceramics, and I don't know much about raku, but I do know that that's what this technique is called, and it gives it kind of this oily sheen.
Yeah.
I thought it was really nice, and if it isn't raku, feel free to tell me in the comments. Be like, Jocelyn, nice try, that isn't raku, but I'm almost positive that it is.
Yeah.
Now it is marked with a W. It's stamped with a W. It is not signed on the bottom. So I'm not actually sure what the W means. But I thought the little ears were interesting.
Yeah.
The fact that somebody put ears on it. Very bizarre, very abstract.
Yeah, I think we should take a little time to try to research.
It's already on eBay.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Moving right along.
All right.
And I think that was everything from Bill's.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. Next, we kind of wandered. And we went to some places where we don't normally go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very interesting. We wandered into unknown territory, and it was well worth it. We were walking by one particular vendor, and I noticed these rum rill vases here. They caught my eye. I liked the shape of them. They're a mid-century design. They're marked rum rill. I realized that when I picked them up. I was like, hey, I like those vases. Let's find out how much. So he wanted $5 a piece for these. And sitting there with them. Now, in the video, if you've seen the video, I didn't think much of this piece. I grabbed it because I liked the ducks. Hey, that's a cute face. Okay, find out how much he wants for all of this. There was something about it that I liked, but I didn't know what it was. So, upon doing some research, I found out that this is a early Weller piece. This is early Weller, and it's called Berdimal. It's called Berdimal, Jap Berdimal. And it's early Weller, like real early Weller. It's worth a couple $100. I've had an offer for $275 on it, but it was from somebody who's not familiar with my videos, who doesn't watch my videos, and I turned them down because I figured I'd rather offer it to my viewers. So there is a signature. It is signed. It's a 3-letter signature, but it's so highly glazed that
it's hard to make out.
I can't make out the first letter, but the last 2 letters appear to be MH. So I don't know which artist that is. I did find a list of Weller artists online, but it was incomplete. And it actually stopped at the H's. So that doesn't really help me very much. But this is a fantastic piece. I was looking at comps for it, and one similar sold for $400. I didn't see what date that was, though. I didn't see what year it sold, because in 2007, a little bit larger version sold for $2,750.
Wow.
but that was 2007, and
Right.
the market fluctuates. So I'm not expecting to get that much for it. And it was a larger version of this. So that's just to give you guys an idea of the value of this piece, but
Ridiculous epic score.
definitely worth a couple $100. But I can't believe that.
That one piece will cover the entire.
Yeah, including
the $250 I
the
spent.
$250 that he spent before I got there. So that piece
Yeah.
was an amazing score. Now, granted, I haven't seen what Andrew's got. Did I win?
I don't know. You just have to
Maybe.
see.
Maybe.
You just have to see.
I think I just kicked the camera. You guys were probably jostled a little. Okay. Also at that booth where we got that, after we got the vases, I stumbled across this. It is a console set. It is Royal Hager. Each piece is marked Royal Hager. No, I didn't notice that. God darn it.
So.
And it's listed too. We have to update that. Okay, so there seems to be a little
Doink.
doink, and it's a white console set, so I didn't notice it because it's white on white. Darn it all. It is Royal Hager. I'm shaking. I've had too much coffee. This is a Royal Hager set. It has its original sticker. Oh, I see that. Maybe. See, I can't see the camera to see if it's focusing. The glaze is called Gold Tweed. It is 22 karat gold, but it's like, you know, it's just the paint is 22 karat gold. And yeah, it's just a console set. We got it for $2.
Yeah, right. It's amazing.
Unfortunately, it was not wrapped when we got it. That may be why it has the doink. Could have had the doink beforehand, but it was, we would just put them in bags.
Yeah.
Because there was no wrapping paper there, so that's the problem with that. Anyway, and these actually came with it. And these
McCoy.
match. They're little pedestal planters. They match. They've got the same texture, the same gold and white, but these are marked McCoy. So interesting that the little pedestal planters match the set, but one is Hager, one is McCoy.
Yeah.
Well, 3 are Hager, 2 are McCoy. So, and then we got the planters from that same dealer.
Yeah, I've got quite a few pieces here. You get
It was 5 for 10, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So we got 5 planters. I picked them out very carefully. Not really, there wasn't a whole lot to select from. Really, the one that caught my eye was this one, and since it was 5 for 10, I decided, let's just pick out 5.
And I really think this is more of a.
You know what though? It's listed all across eBay as a planter. I thought it was weird that the mouth, we were looking at that yesterday.
Yeah, and you know, if you wanted to water the plant, you could water it through the mouth, but I really see it as a functioning watering piece.
Or is it a creamer?
No, I think it's too big to be a creamer.
I don't know.
I mean,
It's just
really,
weird.
again, like I said, I think it was made to be a watering device, but people are using it as a planter. You really could use it as a planter if you wanted to for small
Absolutely.
flowers, but the opening is very small on the body.
Yes.
So the opening is big enough for your spigot
Yeah.
to fill up in here, and again, it's ergonomic. You can grab it if you just grab it like you.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
So I really think this is more of a water.
Yeah, we were analyzing that and discussing it, and I think.
And that's only because I'm breaking it down like that. I mean, I could be totally wrong.
You're
but-
never wrong, are you?
But that would be my opinion. That's all.
I just set you up for that, and you totally didn't even. All right, so I did find other examples of this particular piece on eBay listed as a planter. Like Andrew, I'm still not sold on it originally being the purpose of a planter. Like he said, for the sake of the little hole and the spout kind of thing, it's just a little strange. But for this piece, I believe it's between 10 and 15. We've got this guy, this green shell planter.
That one's cool.
I liked this one. I thought this one was really neat too. This one I'd probably expect between 15 and 20 for, because it is a shell. It's shells are cool. Shells do well. Both of these are marked USA, so that is worth noting.
I'm gonna move these before.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you. I'll also grab this one. It is pink with roses. This one has a few condition issues. There are cracks starting to form going down the edges. They are not like complete cracks, like a piece is gonna fall off, but they're a reason to be noted. There are, well, oh wait, this one does have a mark on the bottom, I forgot. It looks like it could possibly be McCoy, but it's just so worn that I can't read it. It says USA 401. And I
can see glimmer or something there.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a word there. I just can't see what. And the last letter looks like Y. If it ends in a Y, it has to be McCoy, right?
I know, right?
Just kidding.
I don't know, you got me on that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I just listed it as a planner. I couldn't make out the name for. So I also grabbed this one as one of my my picks. This, I believe, is a planter. The basket is kind of large. But this is more than likely made in Japan. It is not marked on the bottom, but it is a little boy and girl. And the boy is giving the little girl a kiss on the cheek, and there's a little dog. So obviously I bought it for the dog and not for the little boy and girl.
It's cute though.
I rarely buy people figurines. It's usually just the critters. So for this piece, I would expect probably 10 to 15. This guy, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Now this piece is not a planter, but it was on the planter table. It is a toothpick holder, and it's just a little pig with a basket to fill with toothpicks. I guess technically you could put a really tiny little flower in there, but
yeah, it'd be kind of
it'd be a little hard. It's really cute, and the detail on the eyes is still good. A lot of the times the paint starts to wear, kind of like our bird. But this one is marked Japan. So for this, Japan. Sorry, Japan. This one, 10 to 15, I would say. So for a $10 investment on these 5 planters, I think we're gonna make some good money on those. I mean, decent money. We're gonna make a return.
Wasn't this the same?
Where was that?
I believe this was...
No, that was the last place we went. We'll get to that. Where are we next? Oh, we've got this. Also, for all the planters and the console set and the rum rail vases, he threw in this little kangaroo figurine.
And it's Japan.
It's Japan. It actually has the original Japan sticker. And I don't come across kangaroo figurines very often.
No.
They're normally cats or dogs, sometimes elephants, skunks, more often than you would expect.
Yeah.
But rarely do I ever come across kangaroos.
Yeah.
So I thought it was interesting. And
I would have grabbed it.
Absolutely.
I probably would have grabbed it myself.
I have a thing for figurines.
And actually it's painted nicely.
It is painted nicely.
It's not.
There's no question as to whether it's a mouse.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Is that a mouse or a dog, or is that a kangaroo? No, it's definitely a kangaroo.
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. So then we moved on and we started wandering again. You know, I liked this trip because we visited places that we don't normally go. Mm-hmm. And we made out well.
Our favorite glass ladies weren't there this week.
No, they weren't there this week.
And they won't be there next week.
They won't be there next week, but they'll be there the following week. So we did not see them, unfortunately, but we will see them in 2 weeks. So next we wandered to another booth where this guy just had this little box sitting out by the end of the row.
They were 50 cents each.
50 cents each. The first thing I noticed in the box was a white opalescent Fenton bell. As we were walking by, I just happened to glance down in the box, saw the Fenton bell, and we stopped, and I said, hey, my hands were full, of course. I'm like, Andrew, grab that white bell, and he picked it up, and it was cracked.
Yeah.
But it did have the Fenton sticker on it. So he's like down looking through the box, and I noticed this. You guys have seen me pick these up before. If you guys remember, originally when the very first set of 3 of these that I got, I did not know what they were. I believe it was one of my viewers or somebody on Facebook who pointed me in the right direction as to figuring out what these were. And now when I see them,
Morton pottery.
They are Morton pottery, and they are actually paint samplers. So there was a paint company that had Morton Pottery make these, and they're paint samplers. So I no two are alike, and they would basically dip them in the paint, the swirled paint, and it would get this swirl effect. So this is the most colorful one I've ever seen. The other ones have always been just kind of, I don't know.
Dingy looking.
Yeah, I don't know if by the time those
colors are bright on this still.
This may have been one that was dipped when they first put the colors in, and the other ones, the colors had time to mix and turn gray, because this is just so vibrant and so colorful. But this is Morton Pottery. These will typically sell for, I want to say $10 to $20. It really depends on the colors.
Yeah.
I mean, the people who collect these, they look at the colors. So this one being more colorful, I believe would sell for more than the ones that are dingy, as Andrew said. So, so those are really neat. I love coming across those because I know what they are now, and not very many people do, obviously. 50 cents for this. I don't think I've ever paid more than $1 for them when I come across them. But when you do know what they are, you can sell them. Your phone is ringing.
I see that. I can hear it vibrating.
I also grabbed this just because it was a cat. There was really no excuse for this. It was, oh look, it's a cat. It even says silver plated, made in China. It looks like it's a little bit weathered, but it's a little ring holder. I think it would look cute.
And honestly, I didn't have 50 cents on me, so she had to pick 2 items out because I wasn't going to make the guy give me 50 cents change.
So there you go. It all worked out. And I think that was everything, because he just had a little box sitting out by the rows where people were walking back and forth. So we kind of raided the little box. And from there, we went and I think we just wandered a little more. And we went back to one of the gentlemen that we do occasionally stop at. We got the Halloween masks from him. And come to find out, he was the original dealer with the Roseville, correct?
He had sold the stuff that I bought, some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Earlier that morning.
Yeah.
And then I bought it from somebody else. Yeah. Obviously, and yeah.
I mean, that's how the reselling market worked. Nobody had hurt feelings. Everybody made their money that they wanted, and everybody's happy. I mean, the original guy made his money, and then Eric made his money, and then you made your money. Yeah. And I mean, that's how this thing works. It's not like, oh, he resold it and I could have gotten that money out of it. No, it's, you know, because now they know I'm going to go and I'm going to resell it and I'm going to make more money off of it because they follow my eBay. I know you guys are following my eBay. You watch my videos, you follow, I'm just kidding. So from him, we got a couple of good pieces. This being one of them. And I originally picked up the picture. If it'll focus. I originally picked up the picture. I looked at it, I set it back down, and then it was in another box, and I saw this. And I was like, oh wait, that matches the picture. Yeah. So I went back and I grabbed the picture, and then I had this set. I do believe this would originally come with a bowl. I think it's a washing pitcher. And it does have a very little crack in the thing, but I like the fact that they painted the rim. Yeah. I don't know, that's like a weird little detail, but and it is marked Pluto on the bottom.
Both pieces are, yeah.
Try researching something that saes Pluto on the bottom, because all you're gonna find is little figurines of the Pluto dog. Yeah. Like that's all, and I'm doing minus Disney, minus dog, and like.
It's still coming up. I've actually seen this marked dump digging.
Yes, okay, so the way I was able to find it is I looked up Pluto ironstone. Yeah. And I was able to find similar pieces. I do believe it's French. Pluto doesn't sound French, but a couple results showed up French. And I was like, interesting.
Le Temps?
Oh, you just totally, yeah, okay.
Next leveled it.
You next leveled it. So those pieces, I would expect $25 to $30 for the pair. Cool pieces like that, they're not super valuable. I usually avoid them, but because it came with the vase, why not? And also I grabbed this, which I absolutely just loved the colors. And I loved the design, I loved the pattern. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna like pull the whole thing apart right now because I have it nicely folded.
It's got serious condition.
It has serious condition
issues, yeah.
but I was thinking that somebody could repurpose
yeah.
it and rescue it and maybe make it into a cutter, or somebody who knows how to quilt might actually be able to somehow save it. I don't know how that works, but it is a really nice piece, and it's huge. It's like 98 by 98.
Wow.
It's massive for a quilt. I was like, oh my gosh. But it's so nice. I love the colors. I think I like the lime green.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see that often in antique quilts.
Yeah.
So I really like that. But yeah, as I said, there are tears, there are holes, there are pulls.
Stains.
Yep, and then the green fabric is wearing in
It
spots.
doesn't stink.
No, it doesn't stink. I did not wash it though. I did not wash it for the listing.
I wouldn't.
No, because I'm afraid I'm gonna have another Raggedy Ann disaster, and I'll open the washer and it'll just be in shreds. Yeah. So I'm leaving that
up to the buyer.
Up to the buyer. If they have the ability to fix this, they probably have the ability and the knowledge to wash it without ruining it. So this piece, I can't really tell you how much it's gonna go for because it is just a cutter quilt. It's not, even if it was a regular quilt, I couldn't actually
There's nothing to compare it to.
No, I mean, it's one of a kind. So I think that's everything that I got from the flea market.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to show a couple things that you got, and then we'll move into
Why
tomorrow's
don't yeah, I'll tell you what, why don't I just go through the small little pile I got from Bill, and that I can go through pretty quick.
All right, Drew's gonna go through a couple things, and then we're gonna roll the mystery unboxing into tomorrow. Of course, you guys didn't see this stuff. This is kind of part of the mystery unboxing.
But, teaser.
Teaser, it's a teaser for the mystery unboxing.
I spent $62 with Bill.
Okay.
I know you don't like ashtrays, but this was too pretty to leave, and it is James Kent Limited London, made in England, the Empress pattern.
And that is really pretty.
It is. It's like really vibrant colors.
Yeah. And I like the crazing on that. It really does add character. Some people are against crazing. There we go. But I mean,
yeah, no, that's got some killer design.
That's neat. I think I have it upside down. No, we're good. Okay. I think I did actually have that upside down for you guys. There you go. It looks backwards to me. That's kind of weird.
You know me, I like books. Mm-hmm. This is actually cool. I looked this one up. This is probably a $15 to $20 book. 1923 first edition, The Book of the American Indian by Hamlin Garland. The back does have some condition issue, but these are nice books. They have prints in them. They're not colored prints, but there's all kinds of Native American themed prints in this book, which are really nice. Again, it's not an expensive book, but it's 1923. It's a first edition. It's an oddball book. I like that. I had to snag that. I like he's been having some really cool paper items lately. I did get myself a Gettysburg linen postcard. I got another New York World's Fair. This is a huge fold-out map, but I think this is the 64, 65.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's like a huge fold-out map of the World's Fair. It had a lot of trade cards, Victorian trade cards, and some of those can be really good. This one is actually copyrighted 1883 or 1893, probably 1883. Arbuckle Coffee, but the subject matter is an Egyptian theme, which is a popular theme, and the artwork on that is really beautiful. So that would actually look really nice in a frame. Mm-hmm. This is cool. This is a little print. This goes with the big 1885 Wyoming Valley layout print I got last week. This is Prisoners from the Wyoming Valley. Popular, famous American Revolution. Some people that have old country stores like to decorate in framed billheads, vintage antique billheads. So like this one is for foreign and domestic dry goods. Lind Backus and Company, 1831. And you've got the letterhead up top. It gives you the entire list of what the people bought and paid for. And the second one is just a couple years older, is 1837. And this is from Uriah Hunt, who was a bookseller. So these always look nice with the iron gall ink that they used, framed up and displayed on a wall for decoration.
These are cool.
Yeah, I love that. And sometimes they'll have things on the back as well. And if the things on the back are ornate or really pretty, like if I get a Civil War soldier's discharge papers, I buy a floating frame, so you don't lose whatever's on the back. You can buy a mat, and that's what I do. I mat the front, and then you can still see the back of the document with all the other details that you would normally miss by framing it with a regular frame. So like this is kind of cool. This is 1852. This is just I got to do a little more research. I think that was torn out of a book. It talks about the organization of a company to build a turnpike between Bloomsburg, PA, and Bloomsburg and Columbia. Oh, I'm sorry, Bloomsburg and Columbus in Luzerne County. So this is like up north of us. So I gotta do a little more research to figure out exactly where this was, but it's like interesting to see. This is from the state senate. So 1852. Let's see. This I'm keeping. This isn't going anywhere. This is a 1913 archaeological survey for New Jersey.
Little Mousy got it.
That Mousy got a good taste of some good reading material, because these are the kind of books I look for to help me locate sites that I can go explore. There's a huge map with little dots all over it that say, "Come look here." These books are priceless. They're invaluable. I will not sell it. It is not for sale. Yeah, mine.
You're gonna share it with me though, right?
I'll share it with you, of course, absolutely. I did get an entire flat of vintage Boy Scout neckerchiefs. Oh. Some of these are in their original bags from the 60s.
Oh, wow.
So I got to go through these. Some of them are a little more common than others. Some are unique for specific units and troops. But there's some really cool Scout neckerchiefs here. And the fact that some of them are still in.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. National Scout Jamboree, still in its original bag, 1977. Oh, like that's a really good one. So, and along with that, I'm not going to dump this whole bag out, but this whole bag right here, this is all Scout pins.
And somebody tried to grab it from you.
Yeah. People just like, that's the second week in a row. But anyway.
That's why I couldn't handle it. Somebody would try to grab something from me and I'd be like,
pins, tie bars, cufflinks. There's a couple patches in there, small patches from Puerto Rico, from a Scout camp in Puerto Rico. Yeah, there's a whole lot of variety in this stuff. So I'm going to kind of pick and choose. I actually saw some stuff from the 93 Jamboree and I went to that, so I may actually hang on to those pieces. But yeah, ton of Scout stuff this week from Bill. I was really happy with that. And that's my Bill haul for the what?
The frog. Didn't you see you got a frog?
Oh yeah, you know what? I think that's in one of the other boxes.
You put it in one of the other boxes.
I did.
Okay, you guys are going to have to wait
it.
for the frog.
Sorry.
It's okay, I forgive you.
Yes. I broke a rule, but it was a good rule. It was okay that I broke this rule this time. I was given permission.
He was forgiven.
I was forgiven, yeah.
But anyway, so you guys are going to have to tune in tomorrow for the mystery unboxing. There is an entire 4 boxes here of stuff that Andrew got. And the total spend on that was $250. But judging by the top box, which has about 7 pieces of Roseville just sitting there, asking me to touch them, I think we're gonna make out. So we're gonna go through that. Stop touching it. I want to touch it. We're gonna go through that stuff next, but you guys are gonna have to wait tomorrow for that video. And
cliffhanger.
We will see you all later. Bye. I can't turn it off. My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook.